thank goodness police can do their job safely in a dangerous area and have a jury back them up and tell them, we understand how dangerous the streets of Harris County are. We understand you had to do something you didn't want to do because it was either you and all the people in District 1 or Roderick Brooks.
What's the pivotal, I guess, moment or thing that you think helped convince the jury of this?
The great thing about this case is all the evidence was there. It was always there, and the jury set aside emotion and they looked at the actual facts. I think the key point that they seemed to indicate to us was that you could see the taser armed a second time with the red dot, and that told them conclusively that Roderick Brooks was attempting to use that taser a second time on Sergeant Hardin, and that was determinative for them. And that's what we said all along, that he was in fear of his life and what Roderick Brooks was attempting to do to him.
And none of this was new information. This has been known since day one. But as it stands today, as our laws stand today, the state of Texas can walk into a grand jury and say whatever they want to a grand jury to get an indictment. As I stated in my opening statement, they for 2 years have paraded around this indictment, unquestioned, unchallenged, and when 12 citizens of Harris County finally got to hear the facts, that was not whitewashed by the state or by the complainant's attorneys, there was only one conclusion, and that was that Garrett Hardin acted in self-defense, trying to do his job for the citizens of Harris County.
Can one of you talk about your client's state of mind right now?
He's obviously extremely relieved. He's been for 2 years under the pressure and the stress of this indictment, knowing that he had to act to defend himself. And so he and his family are very thankful for the verdict and very relieved.
What do you say to a man who took a life that he didn't want to take? And what does he say? Is he sorry? You can hear it. If anyone bothered to watch the body camera footage, and you watch it all the way through, and you watch it till the end, and when you watch that body camera footage, what happens in the end is the same thing that we told the jury in closing arguments. And when we told the jury that, and you see it, because the other deputy asks him, are you okay? And it's not asking him, are you okay? Because he was just involved in the shooting. He's asking him, is he okay? Because he sees his face. And it's only when we caught that at the end that you catch Garrett Hardin crying. And then you catch a passerby who just needs help. And that's what Garrett Hardin is all about. Garrett Hardin was all about helping the people in District 1. It did not matter what color they were, what race they were, what sex they were. It mattered that they were someone that he swore to protect. And he has kept that promise. He did keep that promise, and you see it in the body camera footage when the passerby who just needs help flags him down, and he takes the time, and the passerby starts and says, are you and stops himself. That's all you need to know about Garrett Hardin.
Has Garrett Hardin ever expressed to you anything he would want to say to the family of Roderick Brooks?
Well, before the political persecution, yes. He was not happy. He's not happy he had to take a life. He was very upset. He's torn about it. Do you know that the first time, Garrett Hardin is absolutely tore up about it. It haunts him. It is not something he's happy that he had to do, but he did it. And in the beginning, he was absolutely wanting to talk to the family and tell them that he was sorry that he did what he had to do. But none of them wanted to listen. They were busy. Think about it. Think about it when you go back to the very beginning of this case, and that really makes you so, it should make you so angry. In the beginning of this case, those civil attorneys got out there and polluted the media and polluted this image and started to suggest that Garrett Hardin was using racial epithets and he was using racial claim, and they were making this a race thing. This wasn't a race thing, because then when they released the body cam, you didn't hear a single thing about race. None of it.
And again, that's the beautiful thing about this case, is when you put the actual facts out there, the jury made a pretty quick verdict. And it was crystal clear what the facts were. It's just a shame that in today's day and age that we have a DA's office that's not guided by the facts and the evidence, and is more interested in emotion and what the social justice cause of the day is.
I can only pray that this changes on January 1st, but I hope that the Texas legislature will seriously look at cases like these and prevent prosecutors like this district attorney from having the power to engage in these types of political prosecutions. The reality is that the legislatures for this state use police as props for their political engagements and then leave them hanging when it is time to protect them from people who want to cause harm to them politically because it doesn't line up with their political agenda. And I think that needs to end.
You don't see Kim Ogg here giving y'all a press conference, do you? I'm looking around. I don't see her.
They said they respect the jury's decision.
I'm sure they do.
Sure they do.
Remind me of your name.
Daniel Werlinger, Werlingr.
Lisa Andrews.
Lisa Andrews.
Justin Kiter, K-E-I.
Can you spell your first?
Justin, Justin, Keiter.
I have one more question.
Andrews, Andrews. Lisa, Lisa.
Did the jury express anything to you about the case when you went back to go talk to them?
Yeah,
They did. They talked about the facts and the evidence, and they weren't happy about the circumstances either. No, nobody was. However, they looked carefully at the evidence and they followed the law.
Were you surprised that they came back so quick? The jury?
No.
The
No,
verdict? Why
no,
not?
because the evidence was overwhelming that this was self-defense. I mean, it's crystal clear. We had it in the body cam. We have it in the backup facts of the Taser device itself. Everything was there to be seen.
We wrote a 117-page grand jury packet. So it just goes to show you that a grand jury can indict a ham sandwich. And Kim Ogg can indict every police officer and peace officer she wants to, but a jury, thank God, has the final say. We need these people. We are short-handed. Like, no one likes crime, and no one likes people who commit crime, and there's bad police out there. There are. But Garrett Hardin is not one of them.
And the reality is you're not ever getting Garrett Hardin back. Every time there is a not guilty by a police officer, that officer makes the same choice not to go back into law enforcement. And the fact of the matter is that these past 8 years with this liberal district attorney has shown why we have a crime problem. She has hemorrhaged prosecutors. I mean, people like Justin and Kyer and I were prosecuting cases 8 years ago. She's never going to the county is never going to get that back. The county is never going to get back police officers like Garrett Hardin, because why would you ever want to do this job if you have to go through this hell when you are called to do what needs to be done on any given day?
And he was a heck of a child abuse detective. I mean, like, he was excellent at what he did. But why? Why anyone would go into policing now? For the life of me, I can't think of a good reason why.
What does he do now?
Breathes. But the fact of the matter is that he still lives under the specter of a civil lawsuit that he still has to defend. And I think that is shameful in itself.
And just to be clear, he doesn't want to go back to being a police officer anywhere?
I think he just needs some time to just gather his thoughts. The idea that he was a verdict away from going to prison for defending himself against someone who's been prosecuted 47 times. What do you say to that?
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.